Hello.
Hey. Welcome back to Sunday Dinner. Sunday dinner. It's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
Sunday dinner. It's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
I like it how we just make up stuff. How y'all doing? Welcome. My name is Valencia Daniel, also known as the Game Changer. And they call me the Game Changer.
Why?
Because when you see me coming, you know that a positive change is going to take place. I am an international trainer, an award-winning speaker, best-selling author, and your power performance coach. I use my expertise in neuroscience, change management, and leadership to tailor trainings to individuals and organizations just like you.
Me?
Just like you.
Oh my God.
That will propel you from average into excellence. And this beautiful young lady beside me is...
My name is Isis Daniel, and I am a level 2.
Yay! I wish I had such... I know. Oh.
Sorry.
I wasn't ready for it.
Sorry. But yes, who we have here?
Hi,
Shanice. Hi, Miss
Hey,
Shanice.
Shanice.
Hey,
How are you?
I am a level 2. You guys
Who
can
is
pass
Shanice?
my test.
I can't see.
Is it too far?
It is.
I just
a little
realized I
bit.
didn't charge my phone.
Hey. But, oh, you didn't?
Not my other phone.
Oh, okay.
But yes, you guys, I'm a level 2.
It's
so
official. She is your official sommelier.
What can I do for you? So you guys, we have a lot going on with my mother and I together and separate. You know, our lives we're about to move and shake, you guys.
We're taking off. We're doing new things.
Okay, and that's why we named this show all about starting a business and what'd you say?
Running a business.
And running a business.
It's all about
And
it.
when does the work end?
It never does.
Does it end?
Let's just get that one right on out there.
Right.
It never does. Okay. So I'm about to start. So we have some ribs already going. I started those early. I put them on low and slow. Isis and I have been keto. I've been keto for about a week. You've been keto.
You've been longer than a week. You have to be going on 2 because I am.
Okay.
I'm about to finish a week.
A week? Okay, so
I don't know what's going on.
So this is
they say that allergies are about to be bad, and I feel like my throat is like getting smaller and smaller.
Yep, it's that time of year. It is that time of year. Okay, you guys. So I put the ribs on, and because I am doing the whole thing as it relates to keto, we did a complete dry rub. That means all of those seasonings that you'd like to see on your dry rub, but no sugar. Y'all got that? No sugar.
Okay.
Ixnay on the sugar A. Okay. Was that Pig Latin? Hey.
I've never learned Pig Latin.
Oh, for real?
No.
It's really not that deep. I can show you another time.
Oh, yeah.
So I just looked down at something else Isis had running. So you guys, I want you to take those ribs. I want you to run them under the water and wash them really good. I need you to cut off some of the fats, which I did not as much because I wanted the fats to really baste the meat as I cooked it low and slow. And I want you to think about that whenever you're doing something really slow. A lot of people put things in slow cookers.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know that even if you don't have a slow cooker on your counter, you have a slow cooker in your oven.
Yeah.
If you just put it on 250, it's a slow cooker. Boom, bam, pow. As easy as that. And it's so funny because anytime I've ever told somebody that, they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's just cooking the food slowly.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It's just contained when they put it in the slow cooker, and everybody started buying them up. But if you don't have one on your counter, you can actually do the same thing in any old pan and put it in your oven. 250, what they used to say on the show, set it and forget it. because it will cook and baste and be so very tender. So I am reheating those, but I put, just for your knowledge, because I always say that I'm going to come back and let you know, I put onion no salt. I put onion pepper, garlic, onion powder, garlic powder. I put a little bit of jerk seasoning on there just because I want to have a little spice going. I put some smoked salt. It's really, really fine and it doesn't have as much taste and potency as regular salt, but I did put it on there. I put some smoked paprika and a few other things. Let's see. Let's make sure. I think that was about it. Little salt and pepper, and did that on both sides. I put the bone side down, meat side up, so that basting can happen. That meat can get really crispy and really start to melt into the meat and around the meat as you're cooking it. And I let it go for about 4 hours. I was able to cook 3 racks of ribs in that 4 hours, but I never had to look at it. I never had to do anything to it. And that's a really important thing. So now I'm going to move on, and we're going to do a fresh mozzarella and tomato salad to go with that. And then we're going to have us some what? Wine. All right. So I'm going to let you take it away, Isis, and I'm just going to start cutting up these tomatoes. How about that?
That sounds good. So everyone, please, as a reminder, like, share, and follow.
Yay.
Turn on your notifications.
Because caring is sharing.
Sharing is caring.
Did I not say it?
She flipped it.
You did. Oh my God.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
That's all right. So funny. So I'm going to get right here and I'm going to wash these tomatoes, y'all.
So today we'll be drinking Lambrusco.
Ooh, a Lambrusco.
Yes, honey. So it's a sparkling red. And I'm going to read a little bit about it, and I'll also explain why we chose this wine for today.
Okay.
So yes, as we know, it is a sparkling red, and it's from Italy, right? And so some of the prominent aromas and flavors that we get are rich, plummy flavors like cherry, blackberry, velvet, and cream, rutabaga as well. So that being said, we decided to go with this because of this dry rub. We needed something that can complement the dry rub, which all of those flavors do, as well as having something light. So the bubbles make the drink very refreshing, so that it pairs well with our dry rub ribs.
Okay.
So it's really that simple.
So now, this is my question, because when I went out to dinner we're going to talk about, I don't know. Gosh. I'm just cutting it
I'm sorry, y'all. I was expecting Mom to just like slice them, and she's like mincing.
Totally making my own little. So this is what happened. I looked at the tomatoes and thought to myself that I was going to need a pico de gallo to go with my avocado tomorrow.
And she started cutting.
I started cutting. I did. I went
with you. I can't.
I did. That was so funny. Oh my God.
Explain what you're doing, Mom.
With what?
With the tomatoes real quick while I get this one.
Oh, okay. So right now with the tomatoes, I'm making my own pico de gallo to go on top of my avocado. It's really good for breakfast. But what I am going to do is take them and just slice them, just big chunky slice. So since they're these small Italian tomatoes, I'm going to take them and cut them into quarters, put them in the bowl along with the mozzarella, which already has a lot of the Italian seasonings and so forth in. And Isis has been tearing it up.
Yes, I have. So this whole keto situation, y'all, we've done it before, so I know that I will be okay eventually.
No,
all right,
eventually.
But this whole process of man, this one's not okay. There you go. The whole process of going keto is not that simple for me, especially because I work at a restaurant and I am there so many hours of the day that I really depend on them to eat, and they don't have a whole bunch of options that are keto friendly.
Are you serious? Yes, they do.
They have options, but again, I said not a lot of options, because now I'm going to work and I'm eating the same thing over and over again.
Oh, because it's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been a little difficult. Mm-hmm. It's okay. I'm going to make it through. It's just now I feel like I'm going through withdrawal. I keep looking at cornbread and my mouth keeps salivating. I watch people eat fries and I'm just like, we got fries. Like, you know, it's a bit much.
So something that I did and something that we can think about, you know, I'm a change management expert, is whenever you're going to make a big change like this in your life, it's really good to start slow and then go full force. And that's what I didn't do last time, but I did do perfectly this time. I just started changing some things, not everything. And then when it was time for me to completely do it, I was already kind of on board with a whole lot.
Actually, you guys, let me just take a moment. So when you're opening a sparkling wine bottle, right? Mm-hmm. Keep the wine facing whoever you're pouring for.
Okay.
Right?
Don't turn your back to them.
Okay, so I'll show it to you guys because I was looking at Mom.
Yep.
Open up the cage.
Yes.
Be very careful, right?
Ooh, because I'm afraid. I'm like standing right here.
Yeah.
And afraid that it was just...
So you want it to be about 30 degrees from the ceiling, I think, or make the bottle 30 degrees. And what my teacher said, just point it towards the corner of the room.
Okay, so what's Isis say?
Whatever. So point it, like my teacher said, leave me alone. All right, and then you're going to hold the top and twist the bottom, right? And so as it twists, it starts to loosen. And what you don't want is for it to pop really loud, right? So keep going, and then you'll start to feel when it's about to go.
Oh, and you just held it and very easily...
And very easily open it. So that's how you open a sparkling bottle of wine. The cage is supposed to be on it. If someone says you're supposed to take it off, they're wrong.
Oh, wow.
All right.
So wait a minute, because I'm learning stuff. And I love it when I'm learning, because if I'm learning, you guys are probably learning too. So number one, what did you say about this part?
So it's with service. Customer? So with service, you always want you want to first show the bottle. Is this the bottle you're talking about? Yes. Okay. And so then you keep it facing them as you are opening it.
Yep.
Right? And then what you're supposed to do is allow them to examine the cork. So when they're examining the cork, you're not going to smell it.
I was going to tell you, but go ahead.
Yes.
I learned from you, so I'm excited.
Sorry, I should ask. So what else is the customer checking for?
So I'm checking to see if this cork goes with this bottle, but I just saw you release it from this bottle, so that tells me a little bit, but not necessarily.
Right.
Sometimes they can recork things, so I'm looking to make sure that this cork goes with this bottle.
Right, which it does. You see the names on it.
And then I'm also checking to make sure that the cork is pretty much intact, that it's not all rotten and everything, because if the cork has started to disintegrate, then chances are the wine is not going to be good, and parts of that cork might be in the wine.
And also, and very, very, very
I am so learning from her.
But also, if you want to see if it's not wet, then they probably didn't store the wine correctly.
That's right. I remember that.
And then also, a telltale, if you're drinking a red wine and you pop this open and it's not red,
then it didn't come.
There might be something
fishy in Denmark.
I don't know. Someone might have pulled the wrong,
a fast one on ya.
Okay,
don't get nothing on you. Don't let it happen.
All right.
I love it.
So we have two Lambruscos.
Okay.
And we are tasting both. All right. So we have an understanding of what we're kind of expecting from a typical Lambrusco, which Lambruscos can be made from different varietals, just as a heads up. And so I will be having my own show talking about Lambruscos, and we will go more into detail as far as which varietals are in and all of that. As a heads up, there's a lot of information. Okay? And that's why I don't think I told you guys. I actually have my own show, my own vlog that I just started, where I'll be pairing wines and tasting wines. So guys, keep your eyes open for that.
And what's the name of your show?
Well, it's just tasting wine with...
No, how do I find it on social media? It has to have a name.
Well,
is it you?
It's under me. Yeah, so I am Isis.Offset on YouTube. I am Isis, ISIS .AUSET. Okay?
I am Isis Offset. I am Isis.Offset.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Across all social media
Across
platforms.
all social media platforms.
All right, y'all. So we said that we were going to talk about business, and this is all about starting businesses.
Yes.
And starting the things that you are interested in. You guys know that Isis, woo, confetti, has passed her level 2 now, and she's able to do parties, and she's able to do classes, and all of that is so very important. So, which one was that? The high.
I'm gonna show.
Okay.
Yeah, you move right there.
I'm in your way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
So we were talking about starting business and running business and how important it is. And this is a Valencia-ism. So if you haven't already heard it, I need you to get your pen and paper. I need you to write it down. But more importantly, I need you to live this out. This is a Valencia-ism. I speak on it no matter what stage I'm on. It is always relevant. To the greatest degree possible, be who you want to be today. Stop waiting for other people's validations. Validate yourself. So instead of waiting until someone tells you that you can start teaching, tells you that you can get on their stage, you're creating your own stage, which will allow you one day to create a stage for others. I need you guys to understand that starting your business, running your business, no matter where you are in that continuum, it is really going to be on you whether or not you really get to the other side, whether you get there from here, shameless plug, my book, whether you get there from here, it really depends on, do you go hard? Do you go for yours? And that's what you've done. I'm so proud of you. Can I get a high five and a hug? We've been celebrating, y'all.
It's been great.
Are really excited.
It's been awesome, and it was motivating to know that I was moving in the right direction, because I was doing all of this before I received the news that I officially passed.
Yes, because you got to start moving right where you are. Once the door opens of opportunity, you got to be ready to walk through.
Absolutely.
If you don't start where you are and determine what it's going to take for you to get to the other side, when it's time for you to get there, you won't be ready. That's for any of you. You looking for a job? Are you just doing what you need to do right now in the space you're in and grumbling and complaining? Or are you really going out and getting yours? Because that's what it's going to take in order to get to the next level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm so there. So.
Oh, look at me.
What?
I thought I pulled the other spoon. It's the slotted spoon. So I was trying to pour some oil.
Oh.
And it wasn't
going. I mean, it gives enough oil.
You gave it some.
Yeah, no, it don't need too much. You need some mozzarella, though.
Okay, you love the mozzarella.
All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and get in here. All right, so this is our wine number 1. And I will write it down for you guys so you can see it. And this is wine number 2.
Okay, I'm excited. Can I?
All right. Absolutely. So make sure you keep your wine number 1 and wine number 2 in the right order. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. So this is so you can kind of already see the difference in color. I don't know if I can show you. Yeah, you guys can kind of see. Yep. So this is wine number 1, right? Wine number 2. Okay. So I will be sending everyone a free tasting sheet so that you can be able to taste with us and kind of understanding everything, right? So this will be for everybody, so we can all do it together, right? So how you're supposed to taste wine, there's actually a structured way so that you can identify the wine, right? So the first thing you want to do is you want to look at the color. So you want to look at the clarity, intensity of the color, and then also what is the color.
Which one we going for first?
Let's do number 1.
All right.
Right? Okay, so it's because we don't really have the white white paper behind us. It's kind of hard to tell, but we could do the best we can.
Why can't we always have paper?
Why is she yelling at me? Get some paper towels.
Okay.
Oh, that is way too big.
I'm just gonna put it right here.
No. Mom, if you don't put that down, put it down. Put it down.
Don't yes, you talk to me. Okay. She don't want it.
Not at all.
She don't want it.
All right, so
Okay.
we're going to go with one of the reds. Not really a rosé. Is it purple, ruby, garnet? Purple usually has like a blue undertone to it. And of course, you want to make sure that you have the proper natural light so that you can
we don't have natural light right now, but we do have these lovely work lights. So it's really good.
So
light.
of course, it's do your best. It's okay.
In your space,
in your space, possible. It's fine, right?
Okay, so it's see-through. It's more like
see-through,
a ruby than a garnet.
Okay. Would you say pale, medium, or deep? So it's not. You can see through it. Yes, I would say that.
I would not say pale. I would say medium.
Medium. I agree.
Okay.
Excellent.
And I'm only saying that based off of the one that I know that this would probably be deeper.
Yes.
So it almost looks
it looks kind of purple to me. It kind of has like a little blue hint to me.
No, that's me.
Oh, it might be, but you know,
because I don't have that.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so it does. It's really light, maybe light for a red. It's not a rosé, but it definitely is a see-through.
So typically, and I know we have blue back here, but how you can tell is if you can read through it. So sometimes you want to have words. So you can definitely read through in the middle of that. You see how you can see vegetable and all of that?
I probably would be able to.
Yeah, so.
And that would be considered what?
So I'm going to say a pale. Only because it's not hard to read that at all.
Not at all.
You know what I mean?
And that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I thought that it was rather light if you talk about some of the reds that you get. And this is, what kind of wine?
This is Lambrusco.
A Lambrusco.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't know anything about that, so this is very good for me.
All right.
Okay, so this one is rather pale. What else should I be
So
looking
then
for?
next we go for the nose.
Okay.
So let's just open it up for a second, right? So we're going to first, excuse me, when we're going to smell, does it smell vinegary? Does it smell like it's gone bad? Right? Let's first just say that. And then we're going to go through the intensity of the aromas. Is it super intense from light to bold? Right?
It is rather intense.
And then the aromas, what aromas are you getting?
Okay.
Okay.
So it's very strong raspberry to me.
I'm getting plum.
I would say yes to the plum. Maybe more plum than raspberry. So I get raspberry, I get plum.
Definitely red, ripe red fruits for sure. Right?
And so when I say ripe red fruits, ripe goes away from the sweeter side.
It's jammy.
Yeah.
You don't think it's jammy?
Yes.
I think it's super sweet.
Yes.
I mean, as far as the aromas go.
Okay.
And I would even say
I would say yes to that.
What do you think cherry? What is that, like black cherry?
Black cherry. Black. Absolutely. Look at you.
Y'all funny.
Okay.
All right, and then let's go ahead and stop teasing each other and let's just drink
a little bit. First off, I like it.
It tastes like something you would like.
Does it?
So I would definitely say it's a little off dry. So I wouldn't say it's a sweet wine. It does have a little hint of some sweetness to it. So definitely not dry. Are you still getting those same, everything that we were smelling as far as the aromas, are you getting that in the taste as well?
Oh, wow. Okay.
I am getting that. I'm getting plum.
You are definitely getting plum, but you're getting black cherry.
Yeah.
Big time.
Big time, right? I actually like it too.
Okay.
So it's very light and refreshing. It is, you know, a sparkling wine.
So when you say black cherry, I would also almost say a berry, like a
blackberry.
Blackberry.
Excellent.
Wow.
Which, let's just pause. and go back. So what are the typical things that you get?
Okay.
Cherry, blackberry,
Yay.
violet.
Oh my
green.
God, we are good. Okay, I'm gonna bon appetit that one.
Bon appetit.
Boom.
She's so funny. All right, you ready for the next?
Because I'm learning.
You want me to grab you some water to cleanse a little bit?
Wow, yes. Please, thank you.
Here you are.
Okay.
Let's taste the nuts.
Taking the water to cleanse the palate. Okay.
All right, so let's start all the way over, starting with the appearance.
Okay. So appearance.
Yes.
We're definitely going with very deep.
I would definitely say deep. You can't even read it. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, I can't see through it.
So a deep what?
Even,
deep ruby?
A deep garnet.
What? Okay.
Ruby garnet. This is deeper. So a ruby is a little bit redder.
Yes.
And a garnet has more of the purple deep. What's the garnet? I want to say something different than garnet.
Okay.
But it's really the deepest of purple that you wouldn't even know was purple without the edges and the white behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely deep garnet.
All right, so then let's go with the nose.
So I'm swirling it, and it seems a little. It's thicker. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean,
one? Is that a thing?
We didn't go. We should have did that with the body. We have to go down my list that I have here.
What?
Because with the first one, we could have done all this, a sweetness, acidity, tannin, body, but
okay.
Okay.
So it definitely seems like it's thicker with the swish.
We'll feel it when we taste it.
Okay. Really? Does that happen? Okay.
Yeah. So when you're thinking about the body of a wine, you think of it like milk. You have skim milk, you have 2% milk, and you have whole milk. It's that weight in your mouth. That is what body is. So when you are going, she already done.
I didn't taste it. I was smelling it.
And you okay? Let's go ahead and smell it.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Because I smell vanilla.
Yeah.
Like nobody's business. As if I were cooking something.
All right, vanilla. What is that a sign of?
Vanilla is a sign of the tannins, and it has something to do with being done in the oak barrels.
Okay, there you go. Woo! Nothing to do with tannins. Oak barrels, though. Woo!
Oh, okay. Okay.
And actually, oak barrels, aging in oak barrels actually helps to kind of dilute the tannins of a wine with the flavor. So
what's the tannins?
So tannin comes from, it's actually a chemical compound that comes from the skins of a grape.
That's what I thought.
Skins and So during fermentation, it just seeps right into the wine like the color, right?
Okay.
And so it causes your mouth to become dry. We know that we say dry is sweet or not sweet, but it also. Dry can be how your mouth feels, kind of just sucking all the water away as far as acidity brings all the saliva, and then tannin just says, nope, you can't handle it.
Okay.
So that's what tannin is, a feeling. Okay.
All right.
So let's see, what are the aromas that we're getting? So you said vanilla. I definitely can smell that vanilla. What else?
It has.
Are you getting?
It has. Wow.
It's not as jammy as the first, but I'm still getting some of that black cherry and blackberry, right?
Not as intense though.
Yeah, it's not as intense.
Right.
You were 100% right about that.
And
interesting.
It's very jammy. It's a jam that
it's kind of weird.
Raspberry
Do you get a cream? Because I know it says cream, but okay,
like a dreamsicle cream, like that kind of cream.
It kind of reminded me like of popcorn, and I know that's probably not like
that's buttery.
I know it's buttery, but it's like that's what I'm trying to say, but like not and not popcorn, but popcorn.
I get it.
Do you get it? Okay, because I'm like. I'm feeling like I'm crazy.
That's like the vanilla butter dreamsicle thing.
Yeah.
It smells like a raspberry jam that's not going to be really sweet. Not too sweet.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those really closer to the actual raspberry kind of jams.
Yeah.
You know, some of the ones that I would get like for the teas that we would have.
So this is what we're gonna do, and I 100% agree. I'm excited because this might be, you know, same style, but they're totally two different wines here, right?
Okay, but they're both Lambruscos?
Both Lambruscos, but not the same type. You know, you have this light bodied, it's very fruity and jammy and just like, yeah, I can drink this any day.
Right.
And this, I'm getting sexy. You know what I'm saying? This is grown woman.
I think this is going to be too grown for me.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay.
But we're going to go down the actual steps of tasting wine. So we're going to rate the sweetness from dry, off dry, medium to sweet.
Okay.
Right? We're going to do acidity, which we always do these things anyway. But tannin, are we going to get some tannin out of this?
Okay.
Right? Body, which you were talking about, and then flavor characteristics. What?
Some of the things that we've already been saying.
But we're going to specifically go
first. We were smelling it, and now we're going to talk about tasting.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Is dry.
Yes, it is.
It is dry.
Tannins like on a medium. You still have a medium to high. Actually, I'm gonna say high acidity, but it's like as soon as the saliva comes up, the tannin sucks it all back. Right. So I'm gonna say medium tannin.
I'm still going with raspberry.
Yes.
Plum-ish.
More plum when you taste it. Definitely more plum when you taste it.
But it's, for me, prune plum. Like when it's more closer to the prune, not the plum that you eat a fresh piece of fruit. It's more like a prune.
I get that too. I know Mom probably isn't like a fan of this, but I can appreciate the balance of acidity and tannin in this wine.
I can.
You understand
I don't
what
think it's like in my face to the point where
it's not. The acidity kind of like cuts it.
Is it high acidity?
I would definitely say high acidity only because of how much saliva is coming right here. That tannin kind of makes it seem like it's not as
now
acidic.
You just confused me.
No.
Because I thought that when it was sweeter, then the saliva came, and when it's more acidic, it's gonna everything's sucking out of your mouth.
So your wine can be dry to all the way. Oh my God, I need something else to help with the sweetness.
Okay.
That does not mean that it can't be high acidic. Okay. So when you think Sauvignon Blanc, which is a white wine that is typically dry, high acidity, you think of a Riesling that can be dry or sweet.
Right.
High acidity. So just because, it's dry
that was good.
mean,
The
right?
Riesling got me.
Okay.
That was one.
And also the reason why you don't feel that it is high acidity is because that tannin is coming and cutting the saliva short. Okay. I can feel it come up, and I'm just like, oh my gosh! And then all of a sudden, right on the roof of my mouth, it's like all the saliva is just taken away. Okay. So it's a nice balance of acidity and tannin. I
don't care for how it finishes.
What do you mean?
It's so high acid that it doesn't finish the same for me as this one.
It's not as crisp and refreshing is what she's trying to say.
Yep, that would be it. Okay.
And the reason why it's not is because that acidity is being cut in half.
Okay.
That's what's happening.
Okay.
So what I'm actually interested, I want to pull these ribs out. I want to see which wine actually pairs best with it.
All right. You can keep pressing.
Oh, invite. Are we learning anything?
I am.
I feel like, this is cool.
Can you even tell that I am?
Yeah, I can, because you've learned a lot. It's actually super exciting. Maybe you need to be a level 2 too.
No, not even close. I could answer 2 of those questions maybe.
I don't know. I think you're not giving yourself credit.
I'm learning. I can say that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a reheat, but because I heated it up, I'm going to give it a little bit of time to kind of
suck it all
settle and come back, reconstitute in the meat. Whenever you're cooking your meats and it's hot and it's been doing its thing, it tends to kind of let go and it opens up, and all those juices kind of, they're there and they're waiting to run out if you take a knife or a fork, anything, and pierce that meat, it's going to let go of all those juices. But if you just give it a moment to rest, just about 5 minutes to rest, what really happens there is then all of those pores and stuff, they start to come back in, and then they hold on to those juices. And as you cut and eat your meat, it will remain very, very juicy. If you do it beforehand, you lose it all on whatever board or plate or whatever that you're using. So remember that even in a restaurant, after they cook it, if you're in one of those low-end restaurants and you see them, I've just finished cooking the meat, and they put it on your plate and they hand it to you, and you're going through that line, let your meat rest for about 5 minutes before you pierce it in any way, or you're going to start to lose your juices.
And it's going to be dry.
And it's going to get dry. It's going to get dry, just like that. Whatever point that you go in and pierce that meat, that's where all of the juices are going to run, and they're going to run onto your plate, and that's not what you want. So what? In the meantime, while we're waiting for that to rest just a bit, you can put some salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper.
On this.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, sure. Did you want some balsamic vinaigrette or anything with that? Or you want it just like it is?
I can take it just like it is.
You just take it just like it is? Okay, let me
Just like it is.
2 plates. I think the plates are too big. Should I get the smaller plates?
Yeah, get the smaller plates.
All right. I'm just going to put these down and get 2 small plates. Oh. Wet ass.
I have been like eating these mozzarella things since yesterday, and
Which
we almost
I had
halfway
no
out.
idea. That was so funny. I had no
Y'all,
idea.
when I'm at work, I am starving. You don't even understand. Because I eat, eating keto, I eat and I'm satisfied. I even stuffed, oh my goodness. And then I am hungry again, like in no time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to spend some more time. I'm just going to put some of this on.
Yeah, like I get so hungry. And I remember when I was keto before, I would bring, like I had snacks with me all the time.
Which is a good idea.
That's
Prepare
nice.
yourself for whatever you're doing. Now, let's go back to business and think about that, because that's exactly what it did for me. Prepare yourself to be successful. Put the stuff in order so that you can do what you need to do. You started me on the little book that I've got that I need to start putting what I'm going to do today.
Yeah.
And setting goals for myself. And we talked about that, you guys. Talking about what you're going to do today, what you're going to achieve today, what your goals are for the week. Why you have those goals. Always start with why. Make sure that it's an imperative for you, or it's just going to be a goal that you're not going to achieve. Like the beginning of the year, people put out these ideas of resolutions, and they don't come true. But the reason is because they often don't have a real reason why. It's not a must for them. So if you make it a priority in your life, even in running your business or starting your business, it will make all the difference in the world on whether or not you reach your goals. Okay? So, let's take a looky here. I'm going to just remove this. And I think I'm going to take something and hold this up. Ooh, it looks good. Just a couple bones.
Hi, Dennis.
A couple bones.
And Matthew. How y'all doing?
Hey. Ooh, it's tender. Oh, wow. Look at how tender.
Oh, it's
Look at
tender.
One hand. Ooh. Ready?
It's soft as a booty.
Ooh. What? What happened just now?
Nothing.
All right.
Gracias.
I'm going to take this little half bone. Yum, yum. Give me some.
Yum, yum.
Did you already
Give me
put some
Yum, yum.
on here?
Give me some. Yum, yum. What?
You already put salt and pepper?
I put salt and pepper in the thing.
Oh,
You told me to put it in there.
Okay.
I'm going now.
All right. Okay.
All right, so this is what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So we already know from one of our previous shows that Lambrusco goes perfectly. It's one of the few wines that go perfectly with tomato because of the high acidity.
Oh, really?
Remember?
Oh, no. I don't. I'm sorry.
We did it. She forgot. So we already know that's going to be a perfect match. But I want to figure out which one of these wines do I feel. I actually feel like the one that you don't like is going to go great with this.
I do too.
With the
I do too. Having already tasted and know with the seasonings and so tender. If we weren't on camera, we would be picking it up with our hands and going in.
You want to try one? Okay. Because we are the same person. Light and refreshing.
Good.
Yes, light and refreshing.
Okay, so I know where I'm going to be finishing. Oh, wow. That is so good. Miss, can I have a little more?
Try with the other one.
Okay. You guys, I hope you are hanging out Sunday dinner with us and you getting your learn on and you running your life and your business and you are truly going to the next level.
Yes, honey.
Mm-hmm. I want to keep this good.
All right, next one.
Ready? Now I don't really like it.
I think it was the tannins and the spices. Doesn't pair well.
It's not pairing well. See, you guys, pairing is everything. Whoa.
Which is what I said in the very beginning.
I'm going to try it, though. I'm going to clean my palate, and then I'm going to go into the tomato instead and see how I feel about each. What do you think about that?
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah. So, as I said in the very beginning, the reason why we wanted to pick a light, crisp wine was to pair well the the fruits, the jammy fruits would pair well with the spices, right? But of course, what I didn't factor in, which doesn't matter because we were still trying, was the tannins and spice. It does make it a little spicier, and I don't even think that this was even spicy.
And it's not.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly the way that I would go. I love your descriptions, but I'm sure that's how it's supposed to be described. It just works for me.
Okay.
Like it makes me understand. If that makes sense.
All right, let's try.
I'm doing both. See? Now this isn't good. As good.
Let's try the next one.
It's not bad, but it's not as good as it tasted with the meat to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's so interesting. You do?
Mm-hmm. And that works great. Isn't that crazy?
That is amazing. That's
actually
amazing.
funny.
So what I'm going to do, and I said this before, very early on, we have to write these things down. But the question that I have is, because I'm still a novice and I go into a restaurant and I have these understandings that you've given me because we've tasted this wine, what if these aren't on the menu? Do I say I want a Lambrusco that's white, light, and airy because I know that I'm going, say I'm at Smith & Lewinsky and they've got this wonderful ribeye that I know that they let age and then they do this Cajun spice on it, dry rub. Then I want to go with a lighter Lambrusco. And is that what I need to say to my som or to my waiter?
So, yes.
And no.
You can.
See?
And I think the big difference, and this is also a learning experience for me, I think it's really all about that dry rub that makes it so that, yes, you should pick this lighter one. Because we already know, as mentioned before, how tannin influences spice.
Right. And it makes it more intense.
It makes it more intense. It makes it more spicy. It's not.
That's not what I wanted.
It's not really what you want, and it's not about if it's salt, because salt and red wines with a lot of tannin. Tannin hand, boo. The salt actually helps tame that tannin. But it's the spice and tannin you have to be very careful with, right? Because it can make the experience a little more intense. And that isn't necessarily what you want. Right? Unless that is what you want, then by all means.
Okay. This was really, this is great with that first one. This is wonderful with that first one.
But I thought it was just cool to taste the other one and see that it went better with this. Yeah.
So, can you have 2 glasses at your table?
You can do whatever you want.
It is a perfect pairing. Like, man, this is a bon appetit. Can I get another bon appetit? Boom. I like the sound of glasses.
Don't break my glasses.
She's not playing either. She's serious about her glasses. She gets those right ones. And if you guys come in and take the class, she's going to tell you all about the glasses and everything.
Yes, I actually am.
And why.
I'm planning a wine tasting. So, guys, keep your eyes out for that. I'm excited.
Coming about end of next month, right? 20-something?
Yeah, end of next month.
This is so good. You guys, I'm seriously vibing on this.
Yes, keto diet. Except for the wine.
Except for the wine. Can't go crazy on wines. But we don't do wines every night. Maybe. I don't. That's a perfect pairing. I'm not kidding.
I'm happy you like it.
That is seriously a perfect pairing. That's the kind of thing that I want to be able to do. I want to be able to go into a restaurant, start looking at that list, and start feeling like I might know what I might like to try with my wine. Doesn't mean it's going to work necessarily, but if I didn't buy the whole bottle, I can always get something else. I like it. Okay, so I'm going to go with a little bit of water, and I'm going to go into my salad.
What we know about to do. We're doing back and forth on this daggone camera.
Okay.
So
bon appetit. And good night, you guys. Don't forget, go hard and strong every day in your life and business, and we're going to catch you on the other side. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.